What are some good first date questions to get to know someone? Will you marry me? Yes. Wow, that was easy. I've got to try this. You can try it on me? Will you marry me /you/not yet insane? Yes. Wow, that was easy. I've got to try this. You can try it on me? Hey, you sound like my wife. Why you sure a disappointment of a man. On our first date my husband and I did a thing where one of us would choose a year, then we'd both say what we were doing in that year of our lives. It was a great way to get to know each other. I literally don't remember what I was doing this morning. Yeah, while this does sound like a great idea, I already forgot what I ate for dinner an hour ago. I don't think I would do so well with this one. I agree, I'm actually trying to remember what I was going to took. Why am I on the reply screen to this comment? I don't know. Not sure why I'm even on Reddit right now. If their name is an uncommon one, make sure you ask what's the correct pronunciation. Literally the first thing I said to my husband on our first date was hello, followed by a butchered attempt to say his name. He replied, "What did you just call me?" And up until that moment, I had never before felt the urge to jump into the nearby creek in mid-February. Lamau, what's his name though? Bob. Favorite dinosaur? Triceratops. Specifically blue ones. Power Rangers? I'm glad someone else thought to ask if this is a Power Rangers reference, because Billy is my first thought if someone says blue Triceratops. Sadly I forgot about him and was thinking Ethan from Dino Thunder. Oh yeah. Another Tricera homie. How could I forget? I take it you're trying to date and are nervous? Honestly, there is no rule book questions you should really abide to. Just get to talking. Start off with small talk openers like where did you go to school, where do you work, do you like this and that. Eventually you'll get around to talking about hobbies/experiences. You can tater off and then talk about your own experiences and just ping pong off of each other. Eventually you get a pretty good feel of that person as genuine or fake. That's how most conversations start sounding natural with a good flow. Of course, if you get somebody that sees you, and finds you butt ugly, then you won't get any responses at all. And any questions you ask would lead to no information about them. That's great advice, thank you. We've known each other for a little while now and I just wanted to get some ideas in case the conversation stopped. Definitely nervous though. If it stops, it stops. You can't really force it. There'll be awkward pauses and moments here and there, but you know how you read about a couple meeting and they just spend hours talking nonstop and feel like the evening has passed without noticing it? I had this kind of first dates with my current girlfriend, was some of the best time I had with someone in my current city. Best part is that it doesn't even matter where we are, in terms of lovely environment or whatever. Very first real date was on a bench in the street where we drank a couple of beers, ate sausage and cheese with bread I had in my backpack. Yes, we're French and I came prepared. We talked about a bit of everything. Night went by in a flash, and before I knew it we were at my subway stop and I hadn't tried a thing, had seen her 3/4 times before already, and she was leaving the next morning at 5 and had a friend over. I kissed her in a rush, a bit of a surprise attack, and left the subway, came back to apologize for the poor kiss at the door, and went back home. Best subway trip back home I ever took. A couple meeting and they just spend hours talking nonstop and feel like the evening has passed without noticing it? Well, that's what you want. This happened to me last year when I was 16. Sadly, she lives on the other side of the country, so even though we've managed to be together 4 times now, 1 day each time, and even though I really like her, I'm afraid to confess my feelings because I may not have given her the chance to know whether or not she liles me that way yet. We text each other semi-regularly, though. I know this isn't the place to ask, but if anyone has any advice, I'm all ears.